Yo, what's up, guys? It's Rico, bringing you guys 100 plus on the map Slums using the AN94 Golded Out. This was a gameplay before the patch, the apparent A94 patch. I used the AN94 after the patch, and I really didn't see or feel anything different than it was before the patch. But today, I'm going to be bringing you guys I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit, a little story. I'm going to tell you guys a story about my first ever speeding ticket. And I was 16 or 17, I believe. And I had gotten a ticket, prior to that, probably running a stop sign or something like that. But it was, I ended up getting this really fast car. I bought a GTI VR6. And for those of you who don't know exactly what that is, it's basically like the sports edition GTI. It was like 6-cylinder, 6-speed, or sorry, 5-speed, 99 or 98, I believe, was the year of the car. Blacked out. It was incredibly fast. This thing was a beast. It was all-wheel drive, and that shit just had so much power. And I used it to race, basically. So there was one night where, and it's kind of a sad story. At the same time, it is funny. So one night we're in the drive-through of, I think, McDonald's or something like that, hanging out with a bunch of guys, and there was this other GTI there. So we ended up talking and to like 2 or 3 of them or whatever, and we ended up talking to them and talking about our cars and whatnot, and so whatever. We met some cool friends, got their numbers and stuff like that. Figured we can ride down to some show together or whatever. Anyway, so it was me and my friend who was drunk at the time, and so I was driving. I ended up basically taking him home. So on my way there, we get onto a highway, and mind you, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, there was not a car in sight. So I'm on the highway, and I start going. I start hitting the gas, and the speed limit there is like 65. So I'm going 110, 120, 130, 140, 145. And then I start seeing this car behind me, and it's like catching up to me really quick. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I was like, this guy wants to race right now, and I'm gonna fucking kick his ass. But he's got a pretty fast car, whatever. So I'm driving, and so I'm going like 145. I'm nearly going 150 miles an hour. It's crazy. And next thing I know, this car catches up right behind me, and then next thing I know, the fucking state trooper lights come on, and I fucking nearly shit myself, and like my heart like fucking stopped. So as soon as I seen that, obviously I slowed down and fucking pulled over, and I pulled over to like on the side of the road, the shoulder had a bunch of gravel on it. Fucking dust everywhere. There was fucking smoke everywhere. Everything was crazy. It was pretty dramatic scene. And the guy got on his mic and he's like, "Throw your keys out the window." And so I took my fucking my keys, threw them out the window or whatever. And like, basically, long story short, he didn't know how. I mean, he asked me how fast I was going. I didn't know how fast he was going. He ended up writing me a ticket for, I believe it was 110 or something like that. And I guess that's where he actually clocked me. Which is weird, but anyway, so when I went to court, the judge was asked, it was a few months later, basically, the judge was asking me, oh, do you like your life? Do you want to fucking die? Basically, all this shit, like, how many teenagers are dying? You give me the whole fucking shebang. But the sad part about this story, is that those guys that we were, hanging out with at the McDonald's parking lot, that same night, they were driving home, and I guess the driver fell asleep, and they crashed. They hit a tree, and 2 of them died, and which was pretty unfortunate. So that it was kind of weird. They weren't speeding, and they were the ones to get basically they got screwed. You know what I mean? It was pretty weird how I was the one speeding. And I felt really bad about that. So I definitely took it easy after that. Got my first speeding ticket, and I lucked out at the same time at court. After I talked to the judge, after I talked to the officer, I guess they felt a little sympathy. I don't know why, but they ended up lowering the ticket from 110 to 80. So basically, I got convicted for going 80 and a 65. Um, so that was a little good, I guess. But like I said, it was a little unfortunate. It was very unfortunate, for those guys that we had just met, falling asleep behind the wheel or whatever. But yeah, so that's my story of my first speeding ticket. Uh, it is pretty fucking sad. I actually don't even like talking about that, because it shouldn't have ended like that for those guys, man. I really feel bad. But at the end of the day, I had no control over that. I was the one who acted stupid, but I didn't fall asleep behind the wheel, which was good, I guess. I don't know. I think those guys were really drunk too, and I wasn't drunk. I wasn't drinking at all. But I think that had something to do with it. Um, but yeah, so that's basically it. I'm gonna be bringing you guys some more gameplays. I've been doing league play, and that's what I think I'm gonna be doing for a while. Call of Duty is really getting old as far as like public matches. Everybody's camping around with Bettys and fucking shock charges and all that shit. It's kind of annoying, and there's too many noobs playing this fucking game. So, and league play, there's a lot less noobs, but it's a challenge. You know what I mean? I like going for shit like that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So yeah, this is like, I guess, part of my little story time series. I'm gonna be bringing you guys some more stories in the near future. If you have any weird stories that, or weird ideas for a story that you guys might want to hear, leave them in the inbox, and I'll see if I have a story relating to that topic or whatever. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay. And like I said, I'll be bringing you guys some more gameplays. Probably today, another upload. Maybe on like Thursday or something like that. All right, guys. Rico out. Peace.